It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Tuesday, the 13th of December. I'm James Spann. Cloudy, foggy, dreary today. Much colder Thursday and Friday. Rain for the weekend. And could we have a wintry mix over extreme North Alabama Sunday? It must be December. Very active weather, so let's dive in. Again, that is a cold look for North America. Very, very intense vortex over central Canada. We're kind of on the bottom of all of that with rain falling. The heaviest rain is over the southern half of the state this afternoon. That was the radar coming from Maxwell Air Force Base at 121. And keep in mind, the Birmingham radar is down. They're doing a major upgrade there, so it's going to be down for a few days. But clearly, the better rain totals today along and south of U.S. Highway 80 will still maintain the chance of light rain or drizzle here through the evening hours. Temperatures are mostly in the low to mid-60s around Interstate 20, but it's colder to the north. A warm front is just north of Birmingham. North of that front, it's 51 in Gadsden. South of that front, 62 in Anniston. A nice 11-degree swing there. And very cold up north, and again, they are hovering around zero with bitter cold wind chills over Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas this afternoon. We'll catch some of that air Thursday and Friday. On the watch warning map, winter storm watches for parts of the northwestern states. Other than that, things are relatively quiet. Here's the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We note there is a marginal severe weather risk now for the far southwestern corner of the state. Mobile, Baldwin, parts of Washington County, extending back to the South Mississippi and parts of Louisiana. The idea is still there of general thunder, nothing severe, but maybe some thunder as far north as Tuscaloosa, Calera, and Roanoke. But again, for most of us, just some patchy light rain or drizzle this evening. This is the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. And this is suggesting rain amounts between 1 and 2 inches. And the weekend rain event's going to be much more significant than the event we have going on now. We think over the weekend, most everybody should see at least 1 inch, maybe some spots getting more than that. So let's look at the details. The GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at noon at 500 millibars. Very intense vortex over Hudson Bay. Down below that, tomorrow will be a cool day, but the Arctic air is still north of the state. We'll expect a high in the mid to upper 50s, the sky becoming partly sunny. It should be dry for the northern half of the state. And then Thursday, we get into the cold air. Highs will drop into the low and mid 40s. Pretty good north breeze. The sky should be sunny. That's the positive here, but a cold, dry day Thursday. Friday morning, we'll see lows down in the mid-20s. Colder pockets will be closer to 20, maybe a few upper teens. And then during the day, the sky will be sunny, and the high Friday should be around 50. We note that new storm forming to the west. Saturday, a deep surface low is southeast of Chicago. Snow likely north and west of the low for Iowa, parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. In the warm sector, showers are likely from southeastern Texas on up through Ohio. And again, for Saturday, we'll warm up nicely. In fact, we might make a run at 70 on Saturday. Very mild with developing showers during the day. And this is Sunday. And the next Arctic front pushes in, a 1039 millibar high that's around Des Moines. And we got rain and maybe some thunder, and that's a very interesting look. First off, let's talk about the thunder. This is the instability Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, and you can see we have some Cape values up to Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden. The area is in blue. That means there could be some thunder. The better instability values are over South Alabama, specifically Mobile and Baldwin counties. So if we were to see strong, maybe severe storms, the better chance would be over South Alabama Sunday morning. So that's one issue, and while South Alabama has the chance of strong storms, to the north, temperatures are falling, and there is a chance that this thing might taper off into a wintry mix if the GFS is right. This is noon Sunday, and it's got the freeze line coming down into Huntsville and Haleyville and Hamilton, and the pink, that's freezing rain. Liquid falling with temperatures at or below freezing. And you see the shades of orange to the north and west, that's sleet. That's basically a wintry mix. And then by 6 o'clock, that wintry mix continues moving eastward down through Cullman and Huntsville and maybe Jasper. But I'm not so sure the thermal fields support this. If this does happen, more than likely there's little or no impact because the infrastructure is going to be warm. Temperatures should be generally above freezing, I think. And let's look at the reliable European. This is the accumulated snow Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, and it's got a trace, just flurries over Tennessee and maybe touching the northern borders. So the idea is on the table from the GFS, but I don't think we need to play this up. Even if we do see a wintry mix, I don't think we see travel impact or anything like that at this point. Just something to watch. Understand this is Tuesday, and the event we're talking about is Sunday, but it's going to be one of those odd days where South Alabama could see strong storms. North Alabama, falling temperatures, a chance the rain tapers off to a wintry mix as it ends. So we'll be watching that day carefully, but certainly that's a reminder of what can happen easily around here this time of the year. This is Monday. The GFS now suggests rain could linger in areas south and east of Birmingham. Monday would be a cloudy day, highs in the 50s. And again, maybe some rain just south and east of here. And this is Tuesday, and that's a different look. Now we got an upper low that's southeast of Phoenix, a southwest flow aloft, and that looks wet and unsettled. And again, for a state that is in an exceptional drought, that is great news. I know you don't like driving in it. It's an inconvenience, but boy, do we need it. We'll check later that week. This is Thursday, the 22nd. And again, very wet, unsettled weather looks to be the story next week. Here's a surface low, 1,004 millibars, that's just west of Memphis. And at this rate, we might see some strong storms Thursday, the 22nd. And this is Friday, the 23rd, the end of the forecast period out to 10 days. And again, we got a southwest flow aloft, but at this point, we're dry slotted, and that looks dry and cool. And yeah, let's look at Christmas Day. This is just for the fun of it. This is Sunday, December 25th. And if by chance this is right, the weather will be kind of cool and kind of wet. Check the numbers. You can see the spike down Thursday and Friday with the next Arctic surge. Then we warm up Saturday to close to 70. And then Sunday is going to be a day more than likely with falling temperatures. The high should be reached Sunday morning. We start to fall Sunday afternoon. Monday looks pretty chilly with a high in the middle 40s. And then toward Christmas, seasonal temperatures highs in the upper 50s to near 60. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.